Hella, phenomenal story lovers. Get ready for a new tale of fate, family, and a second chance that will hit you right in the feels. Before we get started, tell us in the comments what city you're watching from. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you believe in the power of a single moment to change everything. Are you sure about this, Liam? His assistant asked, checking the guest list for the third time. Yes, send it, Liam Thorne replied, without looking up from his laptop. His fingers paused over the keyboard when he saw the name, Clara Dawson. But sir, you yourself told me you didn't want anything to do with... I said send it. The assistant nodded and left the office. Liam was left alone, staring out the window of his London office. In 2 weeks, he would marry Eleanor Sterling, the daughter of one of England's most powerful senators. Everything was perfectly planned. The ceremony in the gardens of the Royal Golf Club, 500 guests, the press covering it, the wedding of the year. His phone vibrated. It was Eleanor. My love, have you checked the final list? Dad wants to make sure all the important businessmen are there. Yes. It's ready. Perfect. I love you. Liam hung up without replying. He loosened his tie and closed his eyes. Why had he put Clara's name on that list? They had broken up 3 years ago, after 5 years together. She wanted something simple. He wanted to conquer the world. She talked about family. He about business. In the end, she got tired of waiting. Now he had bowed everything he had dreamed of. A tech company valued at millions of pounds, government contracts, and a wife who would connect him with the country's most powerful circles. So why did he feel empty? Clara was painting when the invitation arrived. Her hands, stained with blue paint, trembled as she saw the elegant envelope with her name written in gold letters. "Mummy, what's that?" asked Lily, her 2-year-old daughter, from the floor where she was playing with her crayons. Nothing important, my love. But Clara knew it was a lie. She opened the envelope and read the invitation twice. Liam Thorne was marrying Eleanor Sterling. She had seen the news in supermarket magazines, but receiving the invitation was different. Her phone rang. It was Sarah, her best friend. Have you seen it yet? It just arrived. Are you going? Clara looked at Lily, who was now drawing on the floor. The girl had blonde hair and blue eyes, exactly like... I don't know. Clara, it's been 3 years. You have to move on. It's not that easy, Sarah. Why? Do you still love him? Clara didn't answer. Instead, she looked at the drawing Lily had made. A tall figure in a suit and a small figure holding his hand. Who is he, Lily? He's the prince from the story you read me, Mummy. The one who looks like the man in the picture in your room. Clara felt her breath catch. On her nightstand, she had an old photo of Liam, kept in a book. She didn't know Lily had seen it. Sarah, I have to go. That night, after putting Lily to bed, Clara sat in her small living room with the invitation in her hands. She had tried to contact Liam when she found out she was pregnant, but he never returned her calls or emails. After months of attempts, she gave up. Now, he was inviting her to his wedding. Was it cruelty, or did he simply not remember what had happened? Clara took out her phone and dialed the number she still had saved. After 3 rings, a voice she hadn't heard in years answered. Clara. Hello, Liam. There was a long silence. I received your invitation. Yes, I wanted you to be there. Why? Another pause. I don't know. Perhaps because you were important to me. Clara closed her eyes. Her heart pounded. Are you coming? He asked. Clara looked towards Lily's room where her daughter was sleeping. Yes, she finally said. But I'm not coming alone. Are you bringing someone? My daughter. Complete silence from the other end of the line. Your daughter? See you at the wedding, Liam. Clara hung up before he could reply. She sat in the darkness, wondering if she had made the right decision. But it was too late to regret it. The next day, She bought a navy blue dress for herself and a pink one for Lily. When the girl tried on the dress, she asked, "Are we going to meet the prince, Mummy?" Clara stroked her daughter's blonde hair. "Yes, my love. We're going to meet the prince." The Royal Golf Club gardens were perfect. White flowers everywhere, golden chairs arranged in perfect rows, and an altar decorated as if it were a movie set. Guests arrived in expensive cars, women in elegant dresses, and men in suits that cost more than Clara's salary in 6 months. Clara took Lily's hand and walked towards the entrance. Her navy blue dress was simple but beautiful, nothing compared to the designer brands worn by the other guests. Lily, in her pink dress and favorite white shoes, skipped with excitement. "Mummy, where's the prince?" "He's not here yet, my love. First, we have to sit down." An usher directed them to the chairs at the back. Clara immediately realized it. They had been placed in the last row, far from the important guests. She didn't mind. It was better that way. While they waited, Lily amused herself by counting the flowers. Clara observed the guests. She recognized some faces from magazines, businessmen, politicians, famous people. She felt out of place, but she took a deep breath. She had come for a reason, though she herself wasn't sure what it was. "Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The ceremony is about to begin." The music began to play. First came the groomsmen, then the bridesmaids. Finally, Liam appeared, walking towards the altar with his best man. Clara felt her breath catch. He was still the same man she had fallen in love with. Tall, with clear blue eyes, with that smile that had captivated her years ago. But there was something different about him. His eyes looked tired, as if he hadn't slept well in weeks. "Mummy, look!" Lily shouted, pointing towards the altar. "It's him! It's the prince from my drawing." Several people turned to look at them. Clara felt her cheeks burn with embarrassment. "Shh! Lily, whisper." But Lily didn't listen. She stood on her chair and kept pointing. "He has the same eyes as me, Mummy. The same blue eyes," whispers began. The elegant ladies turned to look at the blonde girl, shouting from the last row. Clara tried to calm her, but Lily was too excited. At that moment, Liam looked back. His eyes found Clara's, and then fixed on Lily. He froze completely. His face changed color. His best man asked him something, but Liam didn't answer. He just stared at the girl who was pointing at him and smiling. The music changed. It was time for the bride's entrance. Eleanor appeared at the garden entrance, spectacular in her white dress that had cost more than Clara's car. She walked slowly towards the altar, smiling for the photographers. But Liam wasn't looking at her. His eyes remained fixed on Lily. "Does that man know me, Mummy?" Lily asked, now more quietly. "Is he staring at me a lot?" "I don't know, my love." Eleanor reached the altar and took Liam's hands. The priest began the ceremony. Clara tried to pay attention, but she noticed that Liam kept turning towards where they were. Eleanor also noticed. Every time Liam looked back, she squeezed his hands harder. "The rings, please," the priest said. The best man handed Liam the ring. At that moment, Lily let go of Clara's hand and began to walk towards the altar. "Lily, no," Clara whispered, but it was too late. The girl walked down the central aisle as everyone stared at her. She reached where Liam was and looked up at him. "Are you the prince from the story?" she asked with her clear, innocent voice. "Mummy has your picture in her room. She says you're the daddy who's in heaven, but you're here." The silence was absolute. 500 guests fell silent. The photographers stopped taking pictures. The priest didn't know what to do. Liam knelt to Lily's height. His hands were trembling. "What's your name?" he asked. Eleanor let out a choked gasp. The guests began to murmur louder. Clara stood up and walked quickly towards the altar. "Lily, come here," she said, taking her daughter's hand. Liam slowly stood up, keeping his eyes on the girl. "Clara, we need to talk." "Not here," she replied, noticing the cameras and the growing murmurs. Eleanor approached Liam and whispered something in his ear. He shook his head. "Is she yours?" Eleanor asked, no longer trying to hide her anger. Clara looked at Liam, then at Eleanor, then at the 500 guests who were staring at them as if they were a spectacle. "You made your decision," she told Liam firmly. "Now let me live mine." She picked Lily up and began to walk towards the exit. The guests parted as she passed. Before reaching the door, Lily turned towards the altar and shouted, "Goodbye, Prince Liam. Hope to see you soon." Clara didn't look back. She left the garden with her daughter in her arms, leaving behind a wedding they would never forget, and a man who had just discovered that his perfect life was a lie. Liam couldn't finish the ceremony. After Clara left, he stood at the altar like a statue. Eleanor spoke to him. The priest waited. The guests murmured, but he heard nothing. He only saw Lily's blue eyes, identical to his own. "Liam, let's continue," Eleanor whispered, squeezing his arm. "I can't." "What do you mean you can't? There are 500 people here." Liam took off the microphone and walked towards the exit. Eleanor followed him, furious. "You can't just leave like this." "I need to think." "Think about what? About that woman who came to ruin our wedding?" Liam stopped and looked at her. "That girl looks like me, Eleanor. So what if she does? Children look like a lot of people. She has my eyes. Exactly my eyes." Eleanor took a deep breath and changed her tone. "All right. We'll clarify all this tomorrow, but today we finish the wedding." "No." Liam got into his car and drove away, leaving Eleanor in the garden with 500 confused guests and an explanation to give. That night, Liam didn't sleep. He stayed in his study, looking at old photos of Clara on his phone. He had kept some, even though he told himself he had deleted them. Lily was 2 years old. If she was his daughter, Clara had been pregnant when they broke up. Why hadn't she told him anything? The next day, he called David, his best friend from university. "Do you know any discrete labs for DNA tests? Are you serious? I need it, David. Is that girl yours? I don't know, but I need to know." David gave him the contact for a private lab. Then Liam called Sarah, the only mutual friend he had with Clara. "Sarah, I need to talk to Clara." "Liam, I don't think that's a good idea. Please, I just need 5 minutes. She doesn't want to see you. It's about Lily." There was a long pause. "I'll call you back." An hour later, Sarah called him back. "Clara agrees to see you, but with conditions. In a public cafe. Witnesses. And if she says it's over, it's over." Perfect. They met at a Starbucks in Notting Hill. Clara arrived alone, with dark circles under her eyes, and looking tired. She sat opposite him without greeting him. "You have 10 minutes. Is Lily my daughter? Why do you want to know? To take her away from me? To buy my silence? To know the truth?" Clara looked at him fixedly. "You want the truth? The truth is I tried to tell you. I sent you emails. I called you. I even went to your office. I never received anything. Really? Nothing." Liam shook his head. Clara took out her phone and showed him a folder of emails. 42 emails, Liam. 42. All returned or unanswered. Liam read the dates. They were all from 3 years ago when he started his relationship with Eleanor. "I never saw these emails." "Well, someone saw them for you." Liam felt a cold sensation in his stomach. Only one person had access to his personal email, his assistant. And his assistant received orders from Eleanor about what was important and what wasn't. "Clara, I didn't know." "Didn't know what? That I was pregnant? That I needed help? That your daughter was born and you didn't have a penny for her diapers?" I didn't know anything, I swear. Clara stood up from the table. Your 10 minutes are up. Wait, I want to do a DNA test. What for? To be sure. And then what? Are you going to marry Eleanor and forget about us again? Liam remained silent. He didn't have an answer. I accept the test, Clara finally said. But with conditions. We do it with a lawyer present. And if it turns out you're the dad, you're not going to disappear from her life whenever you feel like it. I accept. And one more thing, Liam. I'm not the same girl who waited for your calls anymore. If you hurt Lily, you'll never see me again in your life. That night, Liam arrived home and found Eleanor waiting for him. Where were you? Sorting things out from yesterday. Did you talk to that woman? Her name is Clara. I don't care what her name is. Did you convince her to stay away? Liam looked at her. Eleanor was perfect as always. Impeccable makeup, expensive dress, calculated smile. Did you know Clara had sent me emails? Eleanor didn't respond immediately. What are you talking about? My assistant blocks emails under your orders. Did you tell her to block Clara's? Liam, you're being ridiculous. Answer me. Eleanor sighed. That woman was your past. I am your future. I did what I had to do. Liam felt the world crashing down on him. Eleanor had known all along. She had intentionally blocked Clara. Did you know she was pregnant? I supposed something was going on. But what does it matter? You had already made your decision. Liam stood up from the sofa. Where are you going? Far away from you. Liam, don't be dramatic. Tomorrow we'll reschedule the wedding and the problem will be over. He stopped at the door. There's no wedding, Eleanor. It's over. Are you going to throw everything away for an affair from 3 years ago? I'm going to get to know my daughter. I want to be the dad I deserve to be. And I want to be with someone who doesn't lie to me. Are you choosing that woman over me? I'm choosing truth over lies. Eleanor moved closer, lowering her voice. If you leave me, I'll ruin you. My father can make your company disappear in a week. Do it. Excuse me? Do it. I don't care anymore. Liam left the hotel under the gaze of 200 shocked guests. The photographers followed him to his car, shouting questions he didn't answer. He drove aimlessly for 2 hours. Finally, he stopped in front of Clara's house. It was 11 at night. All the lights were off. He stayed in the car, wondering whether to knock or not. The living room light came on. Clara appeared at the window, saw him, and opened the door. What are you doing here? I broke up with Eleanor. And I want to be here. With Lily. With you. Clara crossed her arms. Because you broke up with your rich fiancé. Because I realized that the last 3 years have been a lie. And because I want to make up for lost time. Liam, it doesn't work like that. I know, but I have to try. Clara looked at him for a long time. You can be part of Lily's life, but I'm not ready to trust the man who once chose everything else over me. What do I have to do? Show me you've changed. Not with words, with actions. Clara went into the house and closed the door. Liam stood on the pavement, looking at the house where the 2 most important people in his life lived. The next day, the newspapers published the news. Tech mogul cancels £1 million wedding over secret child. Liam didn't read any of them. He was too busy planning how to be the dad Lily deserved. 2 weeks had passed since the hotel dinner. Liam visited Lily 3 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays after school, and Saturday mornings. Clara set the rules. Visits were in public spaces, lasted a maximum of 2 hours, and she was always present. That Tuesday, Liam arrived at the park with a new ball. Lily ran towards him, screaming with excitement. Daddy Liam, let's play football! Of course, princess. Clara watched from a bench, pretending to read a book. In reality, she was observing every move. Liam was good with Lily. She couldn't deny that. He was patient, affectionate. He gave her his full attention. But Clara couldn't forget. 3 years of silence couldn't be erased with 2 weeks of visits. After playing, they went for ice cream. Lily sat between the two, chattering non-stop. At school, I told everyone I have a daddy. Miss Maria asked me why he hadn't come before, but I didn't know what to tell her. Clara and Liam exchanged uncomfortable glances. "What did you tell her?" Liam asked. "That you were working somewhere very far away, like the daddies in the movies." Clara felt a knot in her throat. Her daughter had invented a story to protect her father's absence. "Lily, do you want Daddy Liam to meet your teacher?" "Yes. And I also want him to come to my house. I want to show him my room." "We'll see, my love." That night, after putting Lily to bed, Clara called Liam. "We need to talk. Tell me." Lily is asking a lot of questions. She wants to know why we don't live together, why she can't go to your house, why do we only see each other at the park. "What have you told her?" "That we're friends." But she's not silly, Liam. She notices the tension. "What do you propose?" "That we be more natural, that we stop treating each other like strangers." "Does that mean you trust me?" Clara was silent for a moment. "It means I trust that you love Lily. The rest, not yet." The following Saturday, Clara allowed Liam to take Lily to his apartment. He had bought toys, books, and prepared everything to receive her. Lily ran in, amazed by the place. "Your house is so big, Daddy. Do you like it?" "Yes, I can see everything." Liam showed her every room. Lily was especially excited about the study, full of computers and screens. "Do you work here?" "You?" "Yes, I do my projects here. Can I help you?" "Of course." They spent the morning playing video games and watching movies. Lily was happy, but suddenly she became serious. "Daddy Liam, why does Mummy get sad when she talks to you?" Liam didn't know what to answer. "She gets sad?" "Yes. Sometimes she cries when she thinks I'm not looking." "Do you know why she cries?" "I think it's because you didn't live with us before. Didn't you love us?" Liam felt his heart break. "Of course I loved you, Lily. It's just that sometimes adults make mistakes. And you won't make mistakes anymore?" "I'll try not to ever again." That afternoon, when Clara went to pick up Lily, the girl was quiet. "Everything all right, my love?" "Mummy, why do you cry when you talk to Daddy Liam?" Clara froze. She looked at Liam, who was just as surprised. "I don't cry, Lily." "Yes, you do. I've seen you. Is it because you don't want us to be a family?" "Lily, Sarah says her mom and dad fought a lot before they lived together again. Did you two fight too?" Clara didn't know what to say. Liam approached. "Lily, sometimes adults need time to sort things out. But are you going to sort them out?" Clara and Liam looked at each other. Neither had an answer. "Come here, my love," Clara said, hugging her daughter. "The important thing is that we both love you very much. But don't you love each other?" The silence was long and heavy. That night, Lily didn't want to sleep. She was restless. She asked questions constantly. "Mummy, is Daddy Liam going to disappear again?" "No, my love. He's going to keep coming to see you." "But is he going to live far away forever?" "I don't know, Lily. Can I go to sleep at his house sometimes?" "Not yet." "Why?" Clara sighed. She didn't know how to explain the complexity of the situation to a 2-year-old. "Because adult things are complicated, but I just want us to be together." Clara hugged her daughter tighter. Lily was right. She also wanted them to be together. But the fear was stronger than the desire. "Sleep, my love. Tomorrow will be a better day." But Lily didn't sleep well. She woke up several times screaming. Clara reassured her, but the girl kept asking about her dad. At 3 in the morning, Clara took out her phone and sent a message to Liam. "Lily is worried. Tomorrow we need to have a serious talk about how we're going to handle this. We can't keep pretending we're just two strangers who share a daughter." The reply came immediately. "You're right. What do you propose?" Clara looked at Lily, who had finally fallen asleep hugging her teddy bear. "I don't know, but we have to do something. Lily doesn't deserve to pay for our problems." "I agree. Let's do whatever is best for her." Clara turned off her phone and stayed awake the rest of the night thinking. For the first time in 3 years, Liam and she agreed on something. Lily was the most important thing. Now they had to figure out how to be the parents their daughter needed. After Lily's difficult night, Clara and Liam met at a cafe near the girls' school. This time, there was no tension in the air, only genuine concern for their daughter. "Lily asked me last night if you were going to disappear again," Clara said directly. "I'm never going to disappear." "You can't promise that, Liam. No one can." "I can." Clara looked at him with skepticism. "You know what? Prove it. Not with words, with actions." Liam nodded. He was right. Words were no longer enough. "What do you need me to do?" "Be consistent. Come when you say you're going to come. Don't cancel plans. Let Lily know she can count on you." "Done. And one more thing. Stop treating me like your enemy. Lily notices. Children feel everything." Liam took a deep breath. "You're right. I'm sorry." For the first time in weeks, Clara looked at him without harshness. "I'm sorry too. I know it's not easy for you either." From that day on, everything changed. Liam began visiting Lily every day after school. At first, Clara stayed, but little by little, she began to give them space. Liam took Lily to the park, helped her with homework, read her stories. 1 week later, Liam made a decision that surprised everyone. He resigned as CEO of his company. "Are you crazy?" David asked him. "It's your company, and it will still be my company. But I don't need to be there 12 hours a day. Is this for Lily? This is because I want to be a good dad. And a good dad is present." Liam hired a general manager and remained as chairman of the board, working only part-time. With his new schedule, he could pick Lily up from school, take her to her dance classes, play with her in the park. Clara noticed the change immediately. "Didn't you have to give up your job?" she said one day while watching Lily on the swings. "I didn't give up. I just changed my priorities." "Don't you regret it?" "Regret what? Missing boring meetings to see my daughter laugh?" "Never." Clara felt something strange in her chest. It was the first time in years that she had seen Liam truly happy. A month later, Lily had her first dance recital at school. Clara was nervous, adjusting her daughter's tutu dress for the 10th time. "Mummy, are Daddy, Liam, and you coming?" "Yes, my love. We'll both be there. Are you going to sit together?" Clara hesitated for a moment. "Yes, we'll sit together." In the school auditorium, Clara saved 2 front-row seats. Liam arrived 5 minutes before the show started with a bouquet of small flowers for Lily. "Nervous?" Clara asked him. "More than at my business presentations." When Lily came out on stage with her group, both parents were filled with pride. She was the smallest girl, but she danced with a huge smile. At the end of her dance, Lily saw them in the audience and blew them a kiss. "She's perfect," Liam whispered. "Yes, she is." After the recital, they went for ice cream to celebrate. Lily was euphoric, talking non-stop about the dance. "Did you see when I messed up a step, but I kept dancing? You were the best of all," Liam said. "Really? Really?" Lily clung to her dad's arm. "Can you come to all my recitals?" "To all of them, I promise you." That night, when Clara tucked Lily into bed, the girl asked her, "Mummy, did we look like a normal family today?" Clara felt a knot in her throat. "What's a normal family, my love? One where Mummy and Daddy are happy and don't look sad when they talk." "Did we look sad today?" "No. Today you looked like in the photos I have from when I was a baby." Clara froze. She didn't know Lily had seen those photos. "What photos, my love?" "Those. The ones in your drawer, where you're pregnant and Daddy Liam is hugging you." Clara had saved those photos when they broke up, thinking she would show them to Lily someday. She didn't know her daughter had found them. "Do you like to see them?" "Yes, you look very happy. Are you going to be like that again?" Clara didn't know what to answer. "Go to sleep, my love. We'll see what happens." After Lily fell asleep, Clara stayed in the living room, thinking. She took the photos out of the drawer and looked at them. In them, Liam and she looked completely in love. He had his hands on her pregnant belly. They both smiled as if they were the happiest people in the world. What had happened to that couple? Where had they gotten lost? Her phone vibrated. It was a message from Liam. "Thanks for letting me be a part of Lily's recital. It was the happiest day I've had in years." Clara looked at the photo where Liam was hugging her when she was pregnant. Then she read the message again. For the first time in 3 years, she allowed herself to think that maybe, just maybe, not all was lost. She replied, "Thanks for being there. Lily is very lucky to have you." Liam's reply came immediately. "I'm the lucky one, to have both of you." Clara turned off her phone without replying, but went to sleep with a smile on her face. 6 months had passed since Lily's recital. The family's routine had become natural. Liam picked Lily up from school on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, Clara worked late in her studio while Liam stayed with Lily at home. Weekends they spent together, doing family activities. Clara had noticed the changes in Liam. He was no longer the work-obsessed man she had known. Now, he arrived on time for everything. He knew the names of Lily's friends. He had learned to braid his daughter's hair. "Daddy, can you teach me how to use the computer?" Lily asked one Saturday, while they were having breakfast at Clara's house. "Of course, Princess. What do you want to learn?" "I want to make a digital drawing for Mummy." Clara smiled from the kitchen. These everyday scenes had become normal, but they still surprised her. Liam in her kitchen, Lily on his shoulders, the three of them having breakfast together as if it had always been that way. "You know what?" Liam said, while spreading jam on Lily's toast. "We could take a computer course together. That way Mummy also learns new things for her work." "Yes!" Lily shouted. "All together!" Clara approached the table. "I don't need you to teach me about computers, Liam. It's not about teaching you, it's about learning together, as a family." The word family hung in the air. Clara and Liam looked at each other. Lately, that word appeared more often in their conversations. That afternoon, they went to Hyde Park. Lily ran to the playground while Clara and Liam sat on a nearby bench. It was a sunny day, perfect for being outside. "Can I ask you something?" Liam said. "Of course. What was your life like before I reappeared?" Clara thought for a moment. "Quiet. Routine. Lily and I had our routine. Work, school, park, home. Weekends we went to the cinema or to Sarah's house. Were you happy?" "It was functional. I had everything under control. And now?" Clara looked at him. Liam had a serious expression, but not a demanding one. "Why do you ask?" "Because I want to know if you're happier too, or if you just tolerate me for Lily." Clara was honest. "At first I tolerated you for Lily, but not anymore." "And now what?" "Now, I don't know. I'm confused." Liam nodded. "I'm confused too. But I know these have been the best months of my life. Better than when I was single and a millionaire. Better than anything I've ever lived before." Lily ran towards them, interrupting the conversation. "Mummy! Daddy! Did you see how I slid down the slide?" "Yes, Princess. You were very brave. Can we come again tomorrow?" "Tomorrow is Sunday. We can go for breakfast and then to the park," Liam said. "All three of us?" "All three of us." That night, after putting Lily to bed, Clara and Liam stayed in the living room having tea. It was something that had started to happen naturally. He didn't leave immediately after Lily fell asleep. "Can I ask you something now?" Clara said. "Of course. Do you miss your old life? The businesses, the parties, Eleanor?" Liam laughed. "Eleanor? Not at all. Eleanor was never loved, Clara. It was convenience. She was convenient for business. I was convenient for her status. And the businesses? The businesses are still there, but now they're a tool, not an obsession. Don't you get bored?" "Bored?" "Clara, yesterday Lily taught me how to make colorful bracelets. The day before yesterday she explained why dinosaurs can't be pets. On Friday she asked me to tell her how clouds are made. How could I get bored?" Clara smiled. It was true. Liam had completely changed. "And what's going to happen with us?" she asked. "I don't know, but I like what we have now." "What do we have now?" "Peace, trust, a happy Lily, us not fighting." Clara nodded. "I also feel good like this, but sometimes I wonder if it's enough, if Lily isn't going to get confused." "Confused about what?" "About why we live separately if we get along. About why we're not like other families." Liam moved a little closer on the sofa. "We could be like other families." "What do you mean?" "We could live together. We could try to be more than friends." Clara felt her heart race. "Liam, don't answer me now. Just think about it." At that moment, Lily appeared in the living room, in her unicorn pajamas and holding her teddy bear. "I can't sleep." "What's wrong, my love?" Clara asked. "I had a weird dream. Do you want to tell us?" Lily climbed onto the sofa between them. "I dreamed that Daddy Liam was going to live very far away, and I couldn't see him anymore." Clara and Liam exchanged glances. "That's not going to happen, Princess," Liam said. "I'm not going anywhere." "Do you promise me?" "I promise you." "And will Mummy stay too?" "Mummy will always be with you," Clara said. "And will you two be together?" The two adults fell silent. "Come here, my love," Clara said, taking her to her bed. But Lily didn't move. "I want to stay here with you. Lily, please, just tonight." Clara looked at Liam. He nodded. "All right, but just tonight." Lily settled between them, her head on Clara's lap and her feet on Liam's. In 5 minutes, she was fast asleep. "Shall we take her to her bed?" Liam whispered. "Let her be. She looks so peaceful." They stayed there in silence, watching Lily sleep. The house was completely calm. For the first time in years, the three of them were together and at peace. "Clara," Liam whispered. "Yes? Does this feel right?" "Yes," she replied. "It feels right." Liam stayed until morning, sleeping on the sofa while Clara and Lily slept on the other. When Lily woke up and saw them both there, she smiled as if it were the most natural thing in the world. "Good morning, family," she said, and ran to the kitchen to find cereal. Clara and Liam looked at each other. Maybe Lily was right. Maybe they were already a family. They just needed to realize it. 1 year later, Clara woke up to the sound of laughter in the kitchen. She looked at the clock. 7:30 in the morning. She got up and found Liam and Lily making pancakes, both in aprons and covered in flour. "Mummy!" Lily shouted. "Daddy is making star-shaped pancakes, but they look like weird clouds." "Hey, they're perfect!" Liam defended himself, flipping one that definitely didn't look like a star. "What are we celebrating?" Clara asked, kissing Lily's forehead. "Daddy stayed last night because he had nightmares, and now we're making thank you breakfast." Clara looked at Liam. He shrugged. "She asked me to stay. I couldn't say no." It was true. In the last year, Liam had stayed overnight several times. When Lily was sick, when there was a storm, and the girl was scared. When Clara had to work very late. Always on the sofa, always for Lily. But Clara had noticed that it no longer felt strange to have him there. On the contrary, it felt complete. "And where did you sleep?" Clara asked. "On the sofa, as always. The sofa is very uncomfortable to sleep on." Liam looked at her curiously. "Are you suggesting something?" Lily interrupted before Clara could answer. "Are they ready? Time for breakfast." After breakfast, Liam went to his apartment to change for work. Clara stayed to get Lily ready for school. "Mummy, why doesn't Daddy live here with us?" "We've talked about this, my love. But he's always here. And when he's not, you miss him." "How do you know I miss him?" "Because when he doesn't come, you look at your phone a lot. Like when I miss my friend Sarah when she doesn't come to play." Clara thought about it. Lily was right. When Liam wasn't around, she felt like something was missing. "Would you like Daddy to live here?" "Yes. That way we could have breakfast together every day, and he could read me stories at night. And when I have nightmares, both of you can hug me." Clara felt a strange warmth in her chest. The image Lily described sounded perfect. That afternoon, when Liam went to pick up Lily from school, Clara was waiting for him, with a serious expression. "We need to talk. Did something happen? Lily asked me again why you don't live here." Liam sat on the sofa where he had slept the night before. "And what did you tell her?" "That I didn't know what to say. Clara, we've been doing this for a year. A year of being a family without being officially a family." "I know. And how do you feel about it?" Clara sat beside him. Confused, happy, scared. Scared of what? That everything will go wrong again. Of hurting Lily. Of getting my hopes up. Liam took her hands. "I'm scared too, but I'm more afraid of continuing to waste time." "Waste time on what?" "On being with you, on being a real family, on waking up every day seeing Lily run towards us." Clara felt tears in her eyes. What if it doesn't work? What if it does work? At that moment, Lily came running from school, with her pink backpack and a huge smile. "Mummy, Daddy, guess what happened today?" "What happened, Princess?" they both asked at the same time. "Miss told us to draw our family, and I drew the three of us in a house with a dog." "With a dog?" Liam asked. "Yes, because all happy families have dogs. Can we adopt one?" Clara and Liam looked at each other and burst out laughing. "First, we have to sort out some other things, my love," Clara said. "What things?" Liam knelt in front of Lily. "Lily, would you like me to live here with you? Every day, not just when you're sick." "Yes!" Lily shouted, jumping. "And can we adopt the dog?" "Slow down with the dog," Clara said, laughing. "Is that a yes?" Liam asked. Clara looked at her daughter, who had eyes bright with excitement. Then she looked at Liam, the man who had completely changed for Lily's sake, the man who stayed when Lily had nightmares, who made misshapen pancakes, who had learned to braid hair. Let's try it." Liam stood up and hugged her. Lily joined the hug. "Are we a real family now?" Lily asked. "We already were a real family, my love," Clara said. "It's just that now we're going to live in the same house. And the dog? We'll see about the dog," Clara and Liam said at the same time, and the three of them laughed. 6 months later, Liam and Clara weren't married. They lived together in a new house they had bought together, with a large garden where Lily could play. Liam slept in the guest room, but many mornings Clara found him in Lily's room, reading her stories or inventing tales. It wasn't a fairy tale. There were still difficult days, arguments about money, about Lily's education, about the future. But there were also family breakfasts, afternoons in the park, nights watching movies all three together on the sofa. And yes, eventually, they adopted a dog. A golden retriever that Lily named Star, because she shone like the stars that Daddy couldn't make in his pancakes. Love was no longer noisy as it used to be. It was silent, constant, made of shared books, quiet breakfasts, and bedtime hugs. And maybe one day they would be ready for more. But for now, they were exactly where they needed to be. Were you moved by the story of Liam, Clara, and Lily? This story shows us that true love doesn't always arrive in the way we expect, and that sometimes second chances can be more beautiful than the first time. If this story touched your heart, like this video, and share it with someone who believes in the power of families built with patience, forgiveness, and a lot of love. Every like helps us continue creating stories that remind us it's never too late to be the person our loved ones deserve. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that will make you believe in true love. Here you'll find stories that speak directly to the heart, stories of second chances, of families reuniting, and of loves that transcend time. Your subscription means the world to us and motivates us to keep sharing these stories full of hope. And now we want to get to know you better. From what country are you watching us? Write in the comments what part of the world you're from. We love knowing that these stories reach hearts everywhere. See you in the next story.